What is up, guys? So we're in the heart of Doncaster, the slums of Donny, or it used to be anyway. I don't know about these days, but this is where all the work, this used to be the red light area where all the prostitutes used to walk up and down here. You all know my story. I used to be a heroin addict, so I used to know most of the girls up here, and a lot of them were nice, good, intelligent women, you know. They've been forced into a world of addiction. They need the money, so they're out prostituting. And when I say Doncaster, it doesn't really feel like Donny anymore. No one speaks English anymore. All the streets are full of rubbish. It feels more like Syria or Pakistan these days. If you want to know what it's like living in Donny, it's like being on the outside of an inside joke. But anyway, we're going to have a little ride along. Enjoy. So this is Christchurch, the main area where the working girls used to stand. This church here, I actually got jumped in there one night. I was stood waiting for someone right in that graveyard, and I was wanted by the police, and I remember a police car went past, and so I spun my head round to look at this police car, see if it was coming for me, and then when I turned back round, some dude came up and smashed me when I weren't looking with a right hook or right cross, and just sideswiped me, and I wasn't expecting it. Split my lip straight down the middle. I didn't know where I was for a couple seconds. Now, in that world of addiction, I've been jumped many times. It's just part of the course. But it never really hurts until the next day. But this one time, my God, it really hurt. Because I wasn't expecting it. You know, usually if you're expecting it, it doesn't hurt till the next day. But because I was relaxed and I didn't see him, it fucking hit me on sly, split my lip straight down the middle. It really hurt. But anyway, yeah, that was the graveyard. This is like the main road where they'd be up and down here all night long, freezing cold. They'd be out in miniskirts, and yeah, it's a horrible life. And it annoys me when you see people like going past, videoing them on the phone, making fun of them. But like I say, a lot of them are nice, decent people. See, it's never been more dangerous to live in Donny as it is now. You can hear police sirens, and you got that all day, every day. I remember one of these flats, I think it was that one, as you can see, lovely area. One of my mates used to live there, and he used to sell drugs, and it was bad on Valium, and the guy who was selling it for said, don't take any Valium, whatever you do. There was another guy who lived there as well who used to sell drugs, and he says, no Valium. And he says, no, I won't. And then later on that day, he had like a full box of Valium, and it was off his head, and he went to the toilet, and he'd stashed all his drugs, all his crack and smack, thousands of pounds worth. He'd stashed them up his arse, and he was off his head on Valium, and he went to the toilet and flushed it all away. The guy who was selling for thousands of pounds flushed down this toilet, literally. I remember when we went there, it might have been this street actually, it was one of these two streets, and I was round there one day and it got busted by the police, and we was all upstairs, up in that bedroom up there, and it got busted by the police, and he ran upstairs and he was throwing all the gear out of the bedroom, but the police were stood below, so all the drugs he was throwing about, they were just catching them. And he ended up, yeah, we all got locked up for that one. So this is it's where the bail hostel used to be down here, Christchurch Road in Doncaster. There used to be a bail hostel there. I don't know if it still is. Might be. I couldn't tell you. I've been in there a few times. It's like, coming in Donny now, it's like Fraggle Rock. That's what it feels like. Seems to be no atmosphere anymore. And like I said, it's never been more dangerous Now it seems like every day in the paper someone's getting killed or stabbed or murdered. It's a rough old place to live now, unfortunately, in Donny. It never used to be like that, not to this extent. And here we are on Copley Road. What we need in Doncaster, we need more barber shops and more vape shops. There's not enough. We need more. We need more phone shops as well. And barber, look. And a vape shop. It always smells like the same Josh stick down this street. I think they've got like, I think what they've done in Doncaster, they've just said, right, where can we put all these immigrants that have coming in? Where can we put them all? We'll just stick them all in Donny. No one gives a fuck about Donny anyway. And it always smells like the same Josh stick down that street. I think they must have one universal Josh stick that they all just borrow around all the shops. College over there. Now, like I said, growing up, being a heroin addict, I've been in most of these shops through the town, doing a bit of shoplifting. I got creative when I was doing it. I'm not condoning it, but you know, it's part of my life. It happened. When you're an addict, you need money, and the fastest, easiest way was shoplifting. But I got caught all the time. I think I was in the. Somebody said to me the other day, I think it was yesterday or the day before. They said, yeah, mate, are you a police officer? I said, well, I have spent plenty of time in a police station, but no, I'm not a police officer. Yeah, it used to be like hustle, bustle in town. There'd be tons of people, but it's dead now. Like I say, it doesn't really feel like Donny anymore. Like a ghost town now. There's always a Greg's though. Greg's sausage rolls. People rave about them, but they're just like eating blocks of lard to me. They're nice, like one every 6 months or something. Bins, I can remember once I was getting chased through here, and in Bins there was an escalator. There was one going up and one going down, and I ran in, went up the escalator, changed my jumper, and then came down the escalator and walked straight past the security guard chasing me. But yeah, I got caught more than I didn't. Oh look, vape shop, phone shop, another vape shop. I wonder how many vape shops there is in Donny. Must be over 1,000. Surprised we haven't seen any police yet. It's usually someone getting locked up or someone getting beat up somewhere in Donny. Yeah, this is Donny now. And I used to be, well, you all know my story. I used to be a heroin addict. I used to be homeless, so I've slept on these streets before. And I just want to say to anyone struggling, you know, you might feel like you're too far gone. I know when I was at my worst, I felt, you know, I was massively overweight. I was addicted to drugs and alcohol, and I thought there's no way out. I'm too far gone. It was only until I convinced myself that I could get clean that I did. But I spent a long time convinced that I was too far gone, and I really wasn't. So if I can get clean from drugs and alcohol, anyone can, because I'm no one special. And there was nobody any worse than I was. But anyway, that's the little tour of Doncaster. It's crap now, to be honest. It's like a ghost town in the town centre. But if you like vape shops, there's another one, look. Then get you sent down here. And there's another barber's, look. So if you like vape shops and barber shops, then get you sent down to Doncaster. Bonjour.